Welcome back for another video. In today's video, I'll be setting up some mouse and rat traps since I do have a lot of droppings everywhere, and I think they might be eating my lettuce that I planted over here, so I want to catch them because it's just starting to disappear. So that's what we'll be doing in today's video. So as I mentioned, I think they're eating this lettuce. It could be a worm or something else, but I did see a mouse here before, and there is a little bit of mouse droppings right there, so it might be the mouse that's eating these. It also ate all my small ones as well, all these guys that were growing, so I need to start planting some more, which is not good. I don't want them to eat the rest of these, so I'm going to put some mouse and rat traps around here and see if we can catch them. Here are the traps I'll be setting up. So I have the rat traps and the mouse traps. I've used these plenty of times, and I've caught probably over 50 rats with this. So I'm setting these up so I can catch some smaller ones because sometimes the food just disappears. The only problem with these ones that I have is that this piece breaks on the back of it. This is the mechanism where it clips in. So if anyone does know where to get this piece right here, leave it in the comments below. But otherwise, these work really well. They're super easy to set, and hopefully I catch some rats and mice. Here are the two different traps out of the box. The reason why I like them is that they're super easy to set up. All you got to do is pretty much just push this down, and then they're set. Same with this one. Just push that down. Clips right in here. I gotta put it down. And then they're ready to go. As I mentioned earlier, the only problem I have with these ones is this little plastic piece here, which is super important. Is where this clips into to get the rat trap going or the mouse trap going. It's the only part that has failed on me on these ones, which I would prefer just to buy this part so I can replace the mechanism on those and reuse them, so I don't have to buy new ones. But I haven't found any yet. I'll keep looking, but if anyone does know, as I mentioned, leave that in the comments below. Otherwise, all you got to do is set them like this, sprinkle the food in there. I just put some. They do have a mechanism or the little capsule right there to stick food in. I just sprinkle a bunch of chicken food around it, and that seems to do the job for me. I have 4 different traps set up, but this is pretty much how I do it. I just sprinkle some chicken food in there, and then it works pretty well. Ideally, I do want them to be attached to something. Like I had these ones to this wood, just because I've had it where the rats get stuck and then the traps disappear, and then I have to go find it with the rat attached to it. Otherwise, I got one rat trap there, another down there, and then 2 mice traps over here. So the reason we get a lot of traps is because we have chickens and the food attracts them, and then they're able to hide in all the places around my pond, like under my filter, where the compost bin is, in different places. So we just get a bunch of them. So I've caught, as I mentioned, with these traps, countless amounts out over here where my pond filter is, and also caught a bunch in here as well before. But over the time, the traps just have broken. So I've got these up, so hopefully I can catch it. And if they're the ones, as I mentioned, that are eating my lettuce, hopefully I can get that. So I definitely got some bug or something that's eating these. I just gotta find the worm. But otherwise, this trap went off without catching anything. And he was able to eat all the food. Then over here, I got this little guy. You'll see ate all the food on that one, but not on the trap I had up here. So I've reset these 3 traps. I found that if you put them in areas where there's like really only one way to get to them, like this trap over here, then it's more likely to catch them, versus like this one I had right in the open. Same with this one I had right in the open over there. They both went off without catching the mouse. So now I stuck them more on the sides, which narrows down the path that they have to get to the food. Not as much as this one, since this only has one way to get it. This still has 2, 3 ways, but it makes it easier to catch the rat or mouse than, for example, if I had it just in the open. So I got another rat wreck there. I typically like to secure them just because the traps start to move, because the rats start to spaz and everything, or if it gets them in a certain way, then they just continue to walk. This compost bin is also a good spot where rats tend to hide. I've seen them running across here during the night when I come out here. And typically you want to put traps where you see them running. So like up here would be good, but I got chickens, so if I leave it out here and don't get it in time, they'll get in there. Up here as well would be good. Otherwise, a good spot where chickens won't go for me is like right here. And last night I just caught one. Smaller guy. So typically want to put them, as I mentioned, where they're going to be moving. So if I put them along in this area, also along here, I've seen them running. They tend to hug to the walls and stuff, so. This is the last rat trap from the last batch I got. All the other ones, that plastic part broke, like that one over there, but this one does not fail me. It's on the path where the rats go. Like if you have traps here, maybe even up here or whatnot, it's typically where they're gonna be running across. Got a big guy right here. They don't fail. Well, it definitely wasn't the rats or the mice that were eating the lettuce, just the way how it looks. It was pretty a dumb assumption. There's the eating pattern. Didn't look like something the rats or mice would be eating because it was like inside the center of the lettuce plants. But at the same time that the rats, I caught the rats, they stopped eating the lettuce. So I'm assuming the caterpillar turned into a moth or a butterfly or whatever it was. But these guys are growing now. The last ones they didn't eat, same with those. And the old lettuce are all nice and tall. We've harvested a bunch from it, so they're doing well. And then got a little basil over here. Looks like something ate it. These guys though. Well, that about sums up this video. I was able to catch a few rats in the greenhouse and outside of the greenhouse, so hopefully I catch some more, and then I can clean up all the rat poop that has accumulated underneath these grow beds, just because they tend to hide in there at night or whatnot, and then just poop a bunch and pee a bunch, which is annoying just because it's a mess, gets all on the supplies and everything. But if you do want to check out those traps, I'll leave an Amazon link in the description. And if you did like this video, remember to check out one of my other ones up here, and I'll see you in the next one.